So, great news. Maxus have added chassis to the range. So why is it good news that Maxus have launched a range of chassis? Well, because not every business is the same. Maybe you have got a bespoke need that you need something specific on the back of your vehicle. And if you've got a specific requirement, a blank sheet of paper is a perfect start. There has been a variety of conversions that have ended up on the back of a chassis cab. Anything from a car transporter to refrigerated food transport, construction equipment, and a myriad of other choices, all dependent on what you need. And what's really exciting about this new range of chassis is it's electric. Yep, you get a 65 kilowatt hour battery that will take you anything up to 150 miles. And of course, this will very much depend on what you're going to put on the back of this vehicle. So if it's a Luton and with not much aerodynamics, you'll probably get 90, 100 miles. If you're going to put a drop side or an aerodynamic body on it, you'll certainly get upwards of 140 to maybe 150 miles. But these will be calculated for you within the system when you get your body built. So as we know, with electric vehicles, the batteries are heavier than the previous ICE engine or internal combustion engine. And that gives us the question, doesn't it? What is the payload of my vehicle? Well, the good news is that the government have given a dispensation so that you can operate these vehicles at up to 4.25. You need to specify that when you purchase it, but at 4050 gross vehicle weight, which is the maximum that you can get with this chassis, you've got 2,000 kilos payload. So you take off your driver and the body that you're going to put on the back of the vehicle, and that will give you your payload, probably significantly more than you're used to. But of course you can operate this vehicle at 3.5 tons, and that will give you certainly in excess of 1,000 kilos in terms of your payload. So after we've worked out how far it will go and how much we can put on it, of course we've got to work out how fast we can charge it. Now you can charge this vehicle AC and DC charging, and DC is your rapid charging, but helpfully they've got 11 kilowatts AC charging. So if you have three-phase electricity at your depot, then you will be able to charge a little bit faster, over 50% faster than you can at a standard 7 kilowatt charger. But also helpfully they've got the DC charging, and that you can certainly charge up to 60 kilowatts per hour. This always varies and depends on the power that you're receiving, the state of charge of the battery when you start, and all kinds of different things, which does make it a little bit difficult, but you can certainly get from your 20 to 80% in a very reasonable time. Okay, so I reckon it would be rude not to go for a drive. So the first thing you do these days when you get in a van is of course pair your mobile phone to the Bluetooth. That was done in a matter of seconds, and of course if I had my cable with me I would have plugged in and connected through Apple CarPlay. Great additions to this lovely 10-inch screen. It's nice and soft in the way that the light is, and it looks really well. Everything is really nicely laid out, and all my safety systems and my air conditioning, and of course not forgetting all electric vehicles, they're not actually automatic. They just have one gear, which is go or stop, oh, well, and reverse of course. So that's really great, and you can adjust the regeneration through the gear stick, which means that you'll be able to get energy back into the vehicle when you're slowing down. And with the Maxus intelligence on board, check out the other videos for that. You'll be able to see that energy coming back into the vehicle. That'd be a great one to put through the drivers. A little bit of competition. Really well laid out with all the buttons that you need on the steering wheel to be able to answer your phone, adjust cruise control, and even voice recognition. So all good. But you know what? I just fancy going for a drive. So at lower speeds, vehicles like this have an audible sound that allows people to know that you're around. And of course, as you reach the speed of about 18 miles an hour, that sound goes. And you've just got relative silence, especially when you consider that this is a van. So the eDeliver9 chassis has the same 150 kilowatt motor that is in the van, and that means lots of torque on the minute you press go, which is of course the accelerator pedal. And of course, as you lift your foot off the accelerator pedal, immediately you begin to brake, depending on how much regeneration that we talked about you have selected. So you have a choice, 3 different levels, and that makes for a great driving experience. So certainly high on the agenda when you're in the Maxus eDeliver9 is driver comfort, and I'm a great big fan of treating your drivers well. If you treat your drivers well, they're going to be productive and efficient, and they'll be very happy at work. Statistically, electric vehicle drivers are happier than standard diesel drivers. That's a winner for me. So that has been the eDeliver9 chassis, and I think a great move on behalf of Harris Maxus to get this to the UK market. This makes absolute sense for many businesses up and down the country, and I look forward to seeing what you all will do with this vehicle.